What's up, Amazon sellers? Today, I want to talk to you about that 13th month pay, that Christmas bonus for your VAs. I'm going to walk you through what it is. I'm going to answer the question, do you actually need to pay it for an outsourced, maybe a remote business? And then finally, I'm going to show you some calculations for someone who has worked the entire year, but also as well, someone who's worked part of the year. And I've got a free download for you that's going to help you out in your business. Stay tuned. First things first, a little bit of coffee. I love coffee. Me and coffee are like best friends. I think maybe like 5 cups a day. Is that bad? Drop it down below if you think 5 cups of coffee is bad a day. Or do you have more? Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson. I'm an Amazon arbitrage seller in the UK on a mission to do 1 million. Now, I'll drop a link up there if you are interested in learning more about that and seeing how I do it step by step. In addition to being an Amazon seller, I also run FastTrackFBA, which is a support service for Amazon sellers. And within that business, across both of them, I have 27 VAs. Well, I think 27. It's changing quite often. But what does that mean? It means that my 13th month bonus, my Christmas bill, is going to be pretty hefty. And today I want to just talk through what that's going to be or explain how to do that calculation, because whether it be for me with my VAs or even with our customers in the VA Academy, whereby we're training manual sourcing VAs for them, they are going to obviously want to know how much that bill is going to be. So we're going to walk through step by step how to do it. Okay, so to recap what I'm going to go through today, number one, I'm going to talk about what is the 13th month pay, give you a little bit of background and why you need to know. Number two, answer the question, do you actually need to pay it? What's the law? What's the situation in reality? And then number three is how to calculate it, obviously, and I'm going to give you a free download as well, but we'll go through that live on screen and talk you through how to do those calculations to get you the figure you need to pay your VAs correctly. Let's get started. Okay, so number one, what is 13th month pay? What is it all about if you don't know? So I'm going to read from my screen here. So I'm just going to talk you through what it is and just make sure I get it correctly. So the 13th month bonus or 13th month pay is a mandatory bonus payment in the Philippines by Presidential Decree 851. Now, it's a very popular employee benefit that allows locals to pay for the expenses of Christmas and New Year's holiday. I can understand that. And it has to be paid out by December the 24th or the end of the contract, whichever is sooner. So just be mindful of that. Now, every level of employee is entitled to a 13th month pay as long as they have worked at least 1 month during the calendar year, and it is calculated as 1/12 of the total basic salary earned during that year. So I'll just say that again, 1/12 of the total basic salary earned during that year. And then quite simply, for every full calendar or full month worked in that calendar year, you, the employer, needs to pay 1/12 of their basic salary. So for every month they work, they get 1/12. So effectively, think about it as if they've worked a full year, 12 months of pay, they're going to get 1 more month, i.e. 13th month pay. And again, it's a presidential decree, it's law within the Philippines. So that leads me quite nicely onto question number 2 is, as an outsourced business, and my God, I'm based technically out of London, but I travel the world. Do I have to pay it? And do you, if you're not physically located in the Philippines, but your staff are in the Philippines, what's the legal situation? Well, quite simply, the short answer is no. You don't need to pay it by law because obviously you're not a Filipino company. You are not, held accountable to their laws. But I would put a very big caveat in there, is to say that the people you employ obviously do live in the Philippines. And this is something that is very culturally normal, and it is literally a part of something that they would expect. Now, this is something that they are going to expect within their job, and unless you made it very explicitly clear, and not just by it's in the contract, by you probably had a phone call with them before they even accepted the job and explained they wouldn't be getting this bonus, then they're going to be expecting it because it's just a standard thing that gets paid. And interesting enough, if you want to know as well, from the work that we've done in the VA Academy, where we've hired over 60 VAs for our clients this year alone and placed them very successfully, is to say that what we've seen is that where those clients do not want to pay the 13th month bonus, we've actually seen a reduction in the number of candidates applying for the job. So while I can't say it's a fact that people aren't going to apply for the job, while I can't say people are going to leave, it's a very high likelihood that if you're not rewarding that 13th month pay, then what does it mean? It means that your employees might be looking for another job come next year from an employer who is going to treat them like a normal employee within the Philippines. So just be super mindful, this is a bonus that gets paid out before the 24th, within the 24th of December, in that December period. And while if you are an outsourced company, you are not physically based in the Philippines, you do not need to pay it because obviously you are not part of the Filipino labor laws, but it's really recommended to do it because obviously it's about employee retention. It's about keeping the great staff in your business. And this is just part of that package of keeping great staff in your businesses and making it a great business. And you know what? Me, you, we run great businesses. Okay, so quick question for you. I love making videos about VAs, managing teams, managing VAs, all these kind of things. I love teams, hence why I've got such a big team and we're still growing. Now, maybe there's something in your business which you're struggling with, maybe something that you need some help with, or maybe you're not sure of. Feel free to drop it down below. Any questions you've got, maybe some videos you want me to make, I'd love to do that. Drop your comments down below. Obviously, I can make those videos for you and help you out in your business. So let's get on to the third and the final thing, and obviously why you are probably here. 13th month pay. So we've gone through what it is. We've talked about whether you legally need to pay it. And now the final question is hopefully you are in the mindset that you are going to pay it because we treat our staff well and we retain top talent. Now the question is how much do I need to pay? And hey, do not worry because I have created a spreadsheet which is going to help you in working out this calculation. And you know what? I'm going to drop a link down below to help you. But what I will do is we're going to go through two examples now. One is going to be a member of staff who has worked for the entire year. So you might have a VA like this. They're going to be on there and we're going to work out how much we pay them per month and then how much they should get as a bonus. And then we're going to do a pro-rated VA. This is someone who has worked part of the year. So we're going to put in how much they earn per month and then how many days they've worked. We're going to work out how much they should be get paid for this coming Christmas bonus. So let's jump on the computer now. Let's go through this step by step, showing you how to calculate these amounts. It's going to help you out in your business. Okay, here we are right now on quite simply a very simple spreadsheet. And we created this because it is actually quite a simple calculation, but if you're not sure, this is just going to help you out. So first things first, what have we got? So what you want to do in the top is drop in that monthly rate. So how much do you pay them in pesos per month? So let's say, for example, in the VA Academy, on average, we're paying probably about 25,000 pesos. So 25,000 pesos, fantastic. There you go, that is now entered in. So what it does here is it then works out per day. So an amount per day we've got, and it does these calculations for you. And what you're looking at is just filling in the orange or yellow boxes. It's the yellow boxes that are going to make it easy for you. So then you're looking to enter in the date hired. So say, for example, now with this employee, we've employed on the 2nd of February, 2020. Great. And what it's going to do is work out the number of days, should we say, until the 31st of December 2020, and it's going to add one day on, and then it's going to work out that total amount down the bottom there, 22,876. Really simple. That is the amount we're going to pay for a member of staff who has worked for part of the year. Very, very simple. Okay, so we are now on the screen. We're now on my computer, and this is a spreadsheet we have created to make it super simple for you. Now, what you want to do is fill in the yellow boxes. That's it. Don't touch anything else. Just touch the yellow boxes. That is all you need to fill in, and you're going to get your result down the bottom. So starting off, let's just put in a monthly rate. So 25,000 pesos per month. Nice and simple. Now, what you want to do then is in your next yellow box is put in the starting date of that VA. Now, for example, here we put in the 2nd of February 2019, and it's going to detect it's over a year, so it's going to work out just for 1 year. Now, what it does is quite simply is take the number of days between now and the end of the year, add 1 day onto it, and then works out the prorated rate. So for someone who has worked longer than a year, they should be getting 130 or 1 month's worth of pay. So you can see here, 25,000 pesos per month they're being paid, and the 13th month calculator is showing they should be paid 25,000 pesos. So quite simple, you could do that in your head, that's not very hard. But what happens if your member of staff now has only worked part of a year? How much should I pay them now That is a top question. So let's go through this calculation again. Let's leave it at 25,000, but let's say, for example, they now came in and we're going to call it, I don't know, let's call it 2020, and maybe we'll call it they started in October. So we'll put that figure in there. Now what it's going to do is work out the number of days until the end of the year, add the 1 on, and then it's going to give us what value or cash value as a percentage of it is across that 25. So right here, their normal salary is 25,000. You can see it up top there, 25,000. They started on the 2nd of October 2020. And then finally, the amount we need to pay them for a Christmas bonus. And remember, before the 24th, should be 6,232 pesos. So really easy there, really simple to calculate. Just fill in the 2 yellow squares and that is going to give you the number that you need to calculate. What I'll do is I'll drop a link down below to that whereby you can access that and use that yourself to calculate those figures. That's going to help you out. Now, what I will say is hopefully you found that video useful. You know what? Hit that like button, show YouTube that this kind of content is kind of something that you like and that maybe we should make more of it. And hey, any questions, any comments, drop it down below. Obviously, I will get back to you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a video around here of a client of ours, a customer of ours, who has actually hired a VA through VA Academy and had some amazing results. So have a look around here. I'll drop that video link, watch him, see what he's done. But for me, Thomas Parkinson, FastTrackFBA, thank you very much. And hey, keep scaling your Amazon business.